Hi guys, my name is Nonima Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about the synagogue issue. I want to talk about the synagogue issue. Perhaps we can assist each other with ideas when it comes to this. But here is what I think should happen next when it comes to the synagogue issue. And I think it will assist a lot with exposing Constable Zungu's lies. There are moments in a trial where the shouting stops, the arguments fall away, the truth walks in quietly on a single paper, on a single piece of paper. So today, that paper is Sinago's death certificate. And if it is placed before court through the right witnesses or the right witness, Sizwe Zungu's entire 2014 narrative does not bend, it snaps. This is not opinion, this is not social media noise, this is evidence law. The state theory has a hidden dependency. The state wants us to believe its case was built carefully, brick by brick, fact by fact, but look closer. The early narrative depends on people being alive, moving through specific places, at specific times, interacting in specific sequences. One of those people is Sinago. Zungu's 2014 version requires Sinago to be alive, talking, present, participating. If Sinago was already dead, then the story is not weak. It is impossible. And the law does not negotiate with impossibility. So Zungu, Constable Zungu spoke as if, sorry, actually, I said if the story, if Sinago was not dead, I said if he was already dead. If Sinago was not dead, well, the case is weak. Let's talk about it because Constable Zungu made it sound as if Sinago was already dead in 2014, October 26. That's what he made it sound like. So, sorry. A death certificate is not gossip. It is not hearsay. It is not a rumor passed between witnesses. It is a public record issued by the state, maintained by the state, used by the state in every court in South Africa. If that certificate shows Sinago died before Zungu claims to have interacted with him, then one thing becomes unavoidable. Zungu was not mistaken, or Zungu was not confused. Zungu was not remembering badly. He was describing events that could not have happened. And in law, that is vital. And also, if Zungu speaks of Sinago as if he was dead in 2014, whereas he was not dead, that alone is also. Do you understand? This is not a credibility issue. Let's be clear. Credibility issues are about memory, bias, exaggeration. This is not that. This is binary. Alive or dead. You can rehabilitate a confused witness. You can explain a contradiction, but you cannot explain a dead man walking. You can't. If he was dead in 2014, his death certificate needs to show that he was dead on October 26, 26 October 2014. It needs to show that, nothing else. Once a witness is shown to rely on a fact that is impossible, the principle locks in falsus in uno, falsus in omnibus. Lie about one material fact, your entire testimony collapses. Not a paragraph, not a section, everything. So that is what this man did here. He spoke about Sinago as if he was dead on the 26th of October 2014. Lock that in, let it sink in, keep it in. We will keep referring to that. So what is the domino effect of that? And here is where this becomes clear, because Zungu is not alone in the story. In his 2014 narrative, he is making it like the man Sinago was already dead. Okay. If his 2014 narrative falls, then any timeline built on it, it is contaminated. Any breakthrough relying on it becomes suspicious. Any investigator who leaned on it is exposed. Any later confirmation collapses with it. Now the question shifts. It is no longer is Zungu credible? Is Constable Zungu credible? It becomes who relied on an impossible story and why. Did investigators check Home Affairs records? Did they ignore them? Or did they already know? Because relying on a narrative that depends on a deceased person is not a mistake. It is institutional failure at best and something much darker at worst. Now, the court has no escape route when it comes to all of this. Here's the part nobody wants to talk about. Once a certified death certificate is placed before court through a competent witness, the court's discretion disappears. There are only three lawful outcomes. Zungu's evidence, Constable Zungu's evidence, is rejected in full. All derivative evidence is disregarded. The benefit of doubt accrues to the accused. There is no fourth option. Anything else is not judgment. It is appeal. It is appeal fuel. Because if, let's say, Judge Ratta decides after the death a certificate of Sinako comes, he was fed information that Sinako was dead on the 26th of October 2014. He was already dead by that time. But if we get a death certificate that says, actually, he died 2022, then that becomes a problem. Zungu is a liar. Constable Zungu is a liar. As Gwabini would say, unamanga, ukamba manga, ukuluma manga. That's what it is. And why this was never aired before, like it was never said in the court of law. Ask yourself something uncomfortable. How does a murder investigation miss a death certificate? It doesn't, which means either the investigation was catastrophically incompetent or the truth was inconvenient. Both answers destroy credibility. And once credibility dies, no amount of courtroom performance can revive it. Absolutely next. There's nothing that Ukininda can do. One witness, total detonation. This is why the defense does not need theatrics. They need one witness, a Home Affairs official, a certifying doctor, a lawful custodian of records, one certificate, one date. And the moment that date contradicts Constable Zungu's own version, the state's 2014 narrative collapses in real time. No argument, no spin, no recovery, just silence. Just silence. That's what it does. And there is absolutely nothing can this man do. The judge, the investigators, the prosecutors, absolutely nothing. Now, this case will not end with shouting. It will not end with headlines. It will end with paperwork, a single document proving that that part of the state story depended on a man who was not dead at the time. It was supposed to be a man that was already dead, right? But he was not dead in 2014. And once the truth enters the record, Sizwe Zungu's credibility is not questioned, it is buried. One witness, one certificate, and the lie dies. The lie dies. That is all that is needed. That is what I think should happen when it comes to Sinako's death. That is what the defense should deal with and how they should deal with. So, guys, thank you so much for watching up until now. Please subscribe, share, and watch carefully because this trial isn't collapsing loudly. It is collapsing legally. The Senzo Meyiwa trial. Please, please, please come back. I'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye. Please make sure you drop your comments on the comment section. Let's have a discussion.